Hey, welcome back to the That Girl She blog page, where we laugh, we chat, we keep it real, and we're getting life organized together. So in today's episode or blog post, we're going to be talking about godly womanhood. And what I kind of wanted to go on talking about godly womanhood, I want to encourage you in that you'd be inspired, because the woman that I am today, I truly learned that from godly women, but also just reading the scriptures. Because in the Proverbs 31 verse 10, it says, a wife of noble character, who can find? It doesn't say a wife of noble sexual performances, a wife of noble cooking, a wife of noble spirituality. It says a wife of noble character, who can find? The verse that we're going to highlight today is Proverbs 31 verse 25. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she smiles at the future. So I'm just going to read some 4 points about what the scriptures describe as a godly woman. So a godly woman has faith in God and trusts in God. A godly woman has a virtuous character, meaning love, humility, kindness, patience, and self-control. A godly woman is wise and discerning. A godly woman is also pure and modest. So those are just some of the verses to try kind of give you context of like some of the characteristics that God looks for us to develop as women. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It doesn't mean that it's just, oh, here, boom, I'm godly. But the thing that God wants us to understand is that a godly woman, she finds her joy in the Lord. She finds her strength in trusting in the Lord. So it's all about knowing that even though you aren't perfect, you won't have it all together, but because you trust in the Lord, all things are possible. Lastly, we're going to look at what you don't want to be, because the scriptures also talk about an ungodly woman, and that's what we want to avoid. In Proverbs chapter 7, verse 24 to 26, now then, my sons, listen to me, pay attention to what I say. Do not let your heart turn to her ways or stray in her paths. Many are the victims that she has brought down, and her slain is a mighty throng. So, ungodly woman is a woman that walks in rebellion. It's a woman that walks in disobedience. It's a woman that is deceptive and dishonest. It's a woman that is selfish and prideful. It is a woman that walks in immorality and impurity. Those are the characteristics as a woman you want to avoid. You want to be a woman that walks in the virtues of God and not in the virtues of the world. Because lastly, again, in the scriptures, this was a young man getting advice on what to avoid in women. So this wasn't even necessarily like just out of thin air. This was a woman encouraging her son. This is what you ought to avoid. And it's so important that we as young women be women of God, women of right character, women that are blameless before the sight of the Lord. Because regardless of what happens in life, God can be our defender and God can be our right hand and our judge when we walk in righteousness with Him. I pray this encourages you and that you are blessed from the message. Until next time, chat with you again. Bye.